What is going on, world? What's up, everyone? It's Zero here. Today I'm bringing you guys a brand new Starcraft 2 video. This one is between two players on the WCS Pro circuit. Spawning here in the top left-hand corner of Acid Plan LE, playing with the red Protoss pieces. We have a player who goes by the name of ShoWTimE. And his opponent spawning in the cross position, playing with the blue Protoss pieces. We have a player who's one of my personal favorite Protoss players on the planet. His name is Neeb. So as I said, guys, I am a massive fan of Neeb. He's from the United States, and I've really enjoyed watching him progress as a Protoss player, just really a player in StarCraft 2 as a whole. But I've really just enjoyed watching him and seeing his progress as time's gone on. ShoWTimE, on the other hand, this guy goes for some very interesting builds with the Protoss pieces. And when it comes to the PvP matchup, you can be sure to see a lot of different types of builds. And also some cheese, as well as you know, some big time macro focused games. So I'm really interested to see what these two players decide to do here, especially in the earlier stages of the game. It looks like Neeb is going to go ahead and start off with two gateways. So question is this guy gonna is Neeb gonna maybe get a little bit aggressive early on in the game? He's got, of course, the two simulators on the opposite side. It looks like actually a very similar build here from ShoWTimE. You'll see this production tab is almost identical by both players. So it does look like Neeb has come across the map just to see, you know, get some scouting information. Both players are getting their cybernetics cores out right now. Interestingly enough, you know, both these players, of course, have played each other quite a bit, whether it's in scrims or whether it's in tournaments. So they both know each other's styles probably extremely well. But I'm really excited to see, you know, what both these players do in this series here. You know, it's you know, the PvP matchup is a really difficult one, because there's a lot of mind games that come into play as well. And so, you know, it's something that you really you definitely have to think about and kind of be mindful of as time goes. It looks like both players are going to get go ahead and get the warp gate research going, and each player decides with their tech of choice of a stalker. So it does look like, okay, here's something that ShoWTimE's doing. He is going to go ahead and get that Stargate, and just as I'm saying that, so is Neeb. So both players are going to get Stargates. So it looks like both players are giving each other a lot of respect, at least at this point in the game. I just can't believe how similar the production tabs are still at this point in the game. Does look like ShoWTimE's going to go ahead and get his natural expansion, and it looks like Neeb is probably going to be doing the same thing here shortly. But like I said, guys, you know, these two players, there's a lot of respect between both of them as Neeb comes across the map with a couple of stalkers here. Another stalker has come out here for ShoWTimE, and it does look like ShoWTimE or Neeb is going to try to snipe down this pylon here. He's going to try to get a third stalker out here, and if that ends up being the case, it does look like ShoWTimE is going to be able to hold on here. A little bit of some micro there, and kind of shoo those stalkers away of Neeb's. And these little things, guys, like hitting a pylon, definitely does help. You know, when it comes down to playing with the you know, professional gamers. Now we got 4 stalkers coming back over here, and it should be interesting. They're going to try to get the cancel on this natural expansion. So very interesting at this point. This puts ShoWTimE in a very awkward position. Gets another kill on that pylon, and he's going to start, you know, chipping away at the natural expansion here. And looks like there's a couple of Phoenixes that are out right now. He's got to be careful here. Neeb does not want to overextend, at least at this point. And it looks like ShoWTimE is going to have plenty to shoo away these stalkers. But those are the little battles within StarCraft 2, where it really, you know, the small battles are what helps win the war, so to speak, guys. So Neeb got a couple of pylons there for his troubles, and now he decides to go back home. And while this is all going on here, he has decided to go ahead and get his Twilight Council. And honestly, guys, he's starting to, you know, really get a decent amount of units here in the natural expansion here, as far as you know, pretty much getting a full worker count going, which is definitely going to help, seeing as how ShoWTimE was delayed a little bit from Neeb. But now it looks like Neeb is going to play a little bit of some defense, at least at this point. Blink is going to be coming up through that Twilight Council. And at the opposite side of the map with ShoWTimE, looks like a Forge is going to be coming up, as well as a robotics facility. So, very interesting what both these players are deciding to do. And I think we're setting ourselves up for a macro-focused game here. We got a couple of Phoenixes by ShoWTimE. He absolutely loves using the Phoenixes, and he uses them to perfection. I mean, I don't know if there's anybody out there who's better at using the Phoenixes than ShoWTimE in the world. You guys can tell me what you guys think about that, because that's a pretty bold statement. But from all the games I've seen of ShoWTimE, he is incredible with using, of course, these Phoenixes. He will end your mineral line very quickly if you're not careful, but these Stalkers don't have Blink quite yet, and they are going to shoo away at some of those, but did get a few of those probes for their troubles. And it does look like ShoWTimE, at least for the meantime, is going to be shooed away here. And it does look like there are a couple of Adepts that did make their way into that natural expansion, but it does look like Neeb's defense has been on point, at least at this point in the game. Now, looks like ShoWTimE's starting to build up a small army here. And he's getting Immortals out, which is really going to be big for ShoWTimE. Getting more and more Immortals as we speak here, and it looks like ShoWTimE, or sorry, Neeb is kind of splitting up his army, like he's preparing for, you know, playing a lot more defense. 3 more gateways are coming up, and then we got a Templar Archives coming up here, so I like that decision a lot. And he's got even more and more gateways coming up here. So a lot of gateways coming up here for Neeb. That's 6 in total that are being constructed right now. Third base has gone down for ShoWTimE. Now here's the thing. I'm wondering if Neeb is going to find out about this. And if he does find out about it, what is he going to do about it? Is he going to end up pushing across the map? It looks like Neeb is planning on getting his 3rd expansion here very, very soon, and more of these Phoenixes are going to come down and probably try to get the cancel, possibly, or at least get a couple of some probes for their troubles over at this natural expansion here. But it looks like Neeb is deciding to maybe start moving across the map here. These Immortals, man, are going to be really tricky to engage into, and he's already got of course, some High Templar that are going to be morphed into some Archons here very, very shortly. Going to try to get another snipe on one of these probes, and it does look like Neeb is kind of caught in a weird angle, does blink away, and so he's going to be good to go. Now, these Phoenixes, what did I tell you guys? He is absolutely just decimating this this mineral line of Neeb right now. Getting so many worker kills. Now, at the same time, there's a massive push here by Neeb, and I wonder if he's going to have enough here to really hold on. That is ShoWTimE, and there are so many of these Archons, as well as some of these Stalkers and Zealots that are going to be across the map here. So the question is this going to be a full all-in here for Neeb? I think there is a good question, at least at this point. The question is there going to be enough for ShoWTimE to hold on right now? And it looks like Neeb does not plan on stopping. He's going to blink right into the Immortals. Oh my god, the decimation. But the question is he overextending at this point in the game? He does blink backwards, and that is Neeb, but Neeb has done a lot of damage right now. The question is it enough? Did he do enough here to justify really pushing into the natural expansion there? And by the looks of it, it actually looks like ShoWTimE held on very, very well when all is said and done. It looks like ShoWTimE is actually ahead right now in the supply count. So I would have to say that ShoWTimE did win that engagement. It looked really bad for a moment there for him, but at the same time, it's you know, both players are going to be able to re-up their forces, and now these Phoenixes are back across the map. They're going to get as many kills as possible. Now, you don't want these just to be killed for free here, But these Phoenixes, once again, are going to go into the natural expansion. They're going to get one probe here, one probe there, and that's always extremely, extremely helpful. Definitely sniped one of those. That is Neeb. That did snipe one of those Phoenixes. But what's all said and done, guys, you know, right now, both players are pretty even. I mean, they really are, at least at this point. They both got their third bases going up here. They're, you know, pretty much fully saturated all of their bases. And, you know, I don't really know which player I really, I feel is in a better position. I'm not sure, to be honest with you guys. ShoWTimE's got, you know, a decent army here. I like the Immortals, but he only has one now. So I don't know if you know, what I really think about that. But, Neeb's got a really nice force as well of units. He doesn't have a lot of defense right now. It does look like the upgrades, though. ShoWTimE's a little bit ahead right now. So that's something that we're going to have to kind of keep an eye on, guys, as far as the plus the plus armor upgrades for ground-based units. More and more Archons are being constructed here, and now an Immortals being added to this group. Neeb's got a nice army, man. He's got a nice-sized army. And I will say that ShoWTimE has a really nice army as well. Both players got a nice army. There's one more Immortal for ShoWTimE right now. This is going to be very tricky. How are both these players going to play this? And it does look like ShoWTimE's going to have a timing push right now, that he wants to send this army across the map to see what kind of damage he can deal to Neeb. Neeb is already sniffing this out. He knows it's coming, and it looks like he's going to try to get ready for it as soon as possible. And it does look like ShoWTimE is going to look and scout, does not see the fourth base up as of yet. Looks like a big warping is going to be coming from the Warp Prism right now. And this is going to get very, very interesting quickly, guys. Because both players got pretty, very even armies. And it's all going to come down to this engagement right here. It looks like ShoWTimE is ready and he's smelling blood. He wants to end the game or at least do a ton of damage to his opponent. And doesn't do too much other than the simple like nice force fields there to just snipe a few of those units, which were just zealots. But those are nice force fields, and every unit counts when it comes down to these big engagements by both of these players. So, I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure, you know, these guys are so even still. They're so even. Like, I couldn't even tell you which player is actually ahead right now because they're incredibly even. Now, this is interesting. ShoWTimE's going for his fourth base right now. And the longer this game goes, I am wondering, you know, if ShoWTimE's going to be in a little bit of a better position. Now, the fourth base, it looks like it's going to be going down here as well for Neeb. Both players, though, at the same time, are giving each other such mutual respect, and I love that. I love how they're giving each other a lot of respect here at this point in the game. You know, because we're getting into the late game here. And they're both just giving each other respect. It's almost like they're just waiting until they both have max supply, and then they're just going to clash, which is what happens in a lot of PvP matchups, but should be interesting nonetheless. Neeb is getting his final upgrades here, and it does look like there is a big drop here. I definitely just missed that. There is, of course, a Dark Templar, and this is definitely going to hurt ShoWTimE at this point in the game. He's going to get in there. He's going to start taking out some of these pylons and get some of those probes as well for their troubles here. But my God, dude, that definitely does hurt. And the massive clash here down near the fourth base location of ShoWTimE is about to go down as well. ShoWTimE was able to clear out some of those, some of those units with the big drop. And it does look like at the same time there is a War Prism that is coming across the map here, and they're going to try to maybe possibly drop down. It does not look like that's going to be the case, though. But, guys, this has been an absolute back-and-forth brawl between these two. Very fun to watch, but it does look like they know exactly what the other is going to do. And there's going to be a massive clash right here. next to the 4th base location of Neeb, and it looks like the surround is going to try to come in. I don't think it's very successful at this point. The question is he going to pursue it? And it looks like ShoWTimE once again is going to back off. Oh my god. These guys are so... it's unbelievable how close these guys are in the perspective of, you know, how good they are. I mean, it's unbelievable. Now, these Zealots are going to try to do a little bit of some damage. There is going to be a War Prism drop over here, and another big push here. Now, these Zealots are going to be coming in here, and it looks like they are going to try to get some more damage done here. The main army is still kind of staying where they are, but once again, these little tiny pushes are definitely helping up. At the same time, there is going to be a push here for ShoWTimE, who's going to start moving into that 3rd base location of Neeb. So they're trading blows here, essentially, guys. They're completely trading blows, and I love this. This is what you call the official Macrofocus game. My god, dude. Look at how many Archons there are on both sides of the map, and the immortal counts. Holy god. For Neeb, at least, I like his army because he's got the immortal count. I mean, this is nice, man. This is real nice. So, the question is who's going to get the edge here? Who's going to have the edge? We got to keep an eye on this War Prism here. And it looks like, once again, the 3rd base is going to be under a lot of pressure here. The question is this army going to get kind of cornered into a bad spot? But I think ShoWTimE has got a great position right now. There are some disruptors that are going to be out, and they're going to try to get those hits right now. But I think this 3rd base is absolutely doomed for Neeb. And Neeb is going to try to figure out the best way to take on this army. The disruptor hits have been on point, at least at this right now. But at the same time, the big pickups here of those disruptors by those Phoenixes is absolutely brilliant. And Neeb is still in a good spot right now, even though ShoWTimE now is going to have a massive warp, and I wonder if he's going to be able to hold on, and that is Neeb who's going to have to hold on right here and right now. Neeb is still holding on very, very well, but I wonder if there's just a little bit too many of these Archons. The Archons are here at the front gates of Neeb, but it looks like Neeb somehow, some way has pushed ShoWTimE back into a like uncharacteristic corner, which I've not seen from ShoWTimE in quite some time. And I would have to say, guys, that Neeb actually took that engagement pretty well, because once again, it looked like one of those moments that was going to be really, really bad for our Protoss player in blue. But it just so happens that now Neeb is going to start pushing across the map. And I love you got the Dark Templar out right now, going to get some kills on some of these probes. And I love the decision making here. Now it looks like Neeb is trying to figure out what's going to be the best move here, but it looks like another base is going to be under heavy fire here. But just as I'm saying that, it looks like ShoWTimE's going to have to back off once again. Nice disruptor hits once again, and Neeb is in a pretty good spot right now. I like the position Neeb's in. I think he's taking a little bit of a lead at this point in the game, and he is just chasing down this army. Nice disruptor hits. Oh my god, the pickup micro by ShoWTimE is absolutely brilliant. Picking up those disruptors, and more of those are going to be coming in here. I wonder if Neeb might have maybe overextended just a little bit. Those disruptors are once again getting absolutely decimated by these Phoenixes. And I think now ShoWTimE has once again evened up the score here in an unbelievable first match of PvP between these two players. Gosh, they're so evenly, you know, they're so even from the standpoint of how good these guys are in skill. It's absolutely unbelievable. They are going to go after what is now the 5th base location, and I think Neeb is going to have to figure something out because he's starting to, you know, run low on some of these minerals in some of his bases. And I think what ShoWTimE's planning on doing is trying to bleed his opponent dry, and as this is going on, I wonder if he wants to push into this. It looks like he's definitely planning on absolutely continuing this aggression here, But it looks like Neeb's economy is starting to really run dry here. I wonder if Neeb's going to be forced into an all-in here very, very soon. These Phoenixes have done absolute wonders for ShoWTimE, just getting so much value out of them. And Neeb's supply is absolutely being decimated right now as he's having to really like mine from long distances right now on what was the third base originally, and he has to retake it. But man, this army of ShoWTimE and the resilience has been just incredible. These Phoenixes once again are going to try to get the kill on another disruptor, and that's absolutely what they're doing. And oh my god, ShoWTimE is doing absolutely brilliant work here in such a tight matchup of PvP for game number 1. I wonder how much longer can Neeb hold on? Is he going to hold on? And the question is ShoWTimE overextending his welcome here? Oh my god, it is so neck and neck right now. And just like that, it looks like both players are still in this game. Both players are still in this game. Now, ShoWTimE is still ahead. He is still ahead, and it does look like Neeb has decided like he's ready to just start pushing. He's ready to start pushing across the map here, and it's just so interesting to see these two players just going at it like this. Oh my god. What an intense game number 1 between these two players who are so evenly, so even as far as like just how good they are in raw skill. Wow. Unreal, man. Unreal. Now, long distance mining's coming up here for ShoWTimE as well. And, I mean, it's like, who wins this game? Are we going to get a stalemate? Like, I mean, what? It's just crazy, dude. Like, how, you know, how resilient ShoWTimE has been amidst all of this, you know, everything that's going on in this game number 1 of this series. And I mean, I just think the longer this game goes, how can Neeb really hold on? I mean, he's just being like hurt in too many areas on this map. And it does look like ShoWTimE's just trying to figure out, like, okay, where's the other bases at, if there are any other bases. And he's going to find out. Sooner or later, he will know what's going on. But, I mean, this game's still going, guys. It's still going. And long-distance mining here for ShoWTimE's going on. And, I mean, the same can be said for Neeb. It's just, it's been absolutely a fight to, like, just a brawl, man. It has been a brawl. Now, the pickup micro. Oh, picking up all of these stalkers is another huge pickup for ShoWTimE. ShoWTimE is showing us, guys, why he is one of the best, in my opinion, the best in the world at using the Phoenixes. Like, this guy is a master of using the Phoenixes. And it's unreal, guys. It is unreal how good this guy is at using the Phoenixes. Now, here we go. Another engagement's going to be going down here. And I'm wondering how much longer can Neeb hold on? Or can he hold on? It's a huge question. And once again, somehow Neeb has held on this entire game against these units. It's just been back and forth. It's been so back and forth. But is the question, is the catalyst going to be... Of course, none other than the Phoenixes. Is it going to be the Phoenixes? Because that's the big question here. I mean, the Phoenixes have done such wonders for Neeb. Or for ShoWTimE, I should say. I mean, it's unreal, guys, that this game is still going. Neeb is not giving up, and now he's on another base here, and now there's going to be some units that are going to start moving across the map. He's going to try to get the surround on him, and that would be huge if Neeb could have got some of those units. But this long-distance mining, man, is not helping out ShoWTimE whatsoever, and Neeb somehow has crawled his way back into this game. I mean, he just has. He's crawled back into this game. He's bled his opponent dry. Both players are trying to at least bleed their opponents dry. And here we go. Could this be the last engagement between these two players? It looks like the probes have been pulled off the line here. ShoWTimE, his economy is starting to completely plummet, and GG is called, and Neeb has taken game number 1 in an epic back and forth battle of PvP. I hope you guys did enjoy this game between Neeb and ShoWTimE, and if you guys did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, stay positive, and as always, I will see you guys all in the next one. Peace.